Well, getting ready to go set up for the election we're having on June 12th for governor and Congress seat. So I'm going just to help set up the voting booths. They call a daisy chain connection, where you're just plugging in everything and being a guy. They're kind of heavy, so they asked me to come help set up for the election. And I told them, oh sure, why not? So that's what I'm doing. And I'm scheduled from 6 in the morning to 8 at night. So of course I won't be getting any video, but I'll definitely talk about it once everything is complete and all that stuff. So yeah, it's only a couple blocks away. And yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. Just set everything up for the election and head home, and then I'll again talk about it after everything is said and done. Well, they're not ready to set up yet, because they got a bunch of kids over there running around inside the church where the voting booths are supposed to be getting set up. So until they clear out, we can't do anything. So they said come back in about 15-20 minutes, so that's what I'm going to do. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm not going to record the return trip. I mean, that's kind of pointless. Let's make this a little intro, and then I might do a rambling video after the election's over and all that stuff. Tell you what goes on behind the scenes, stuff like that. Alright, well, election is over, and yeah, that was an exhausting event. 14 hours from 6 in the morning to 8 at night. Basically the polls were open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We had to get everything set up, and then yeah, break everything down afterwards. So yeah, overall real low turnout. I mean, we're talking like barely 15% of the eligible voters in my precinct even bothered to show up. What I gather, it just seems like the political environment has just gotten everybody all aggravated, and they don't want to get out, and either they're not pleased with the candidates, so they're not even wasting their time to get out and vote or whatever. But yeah, it's kind of bizarre. I know our former governor, for example, apparently he might have lost his re-election bid, didn't really even get out to campaign, and may have been beat by somebody else. Yeah, this is the guy that ditched his family, wife and 4 kids, to go meet his soulmate in Argentina, and then somehow got re-elected, or got elected to Congress. You know, the politics around here, you know, it's, even if you got skeletons in your closet, doesn't seem to scare away voters. Oh wow, yeah, he's going to serve our community and blah blah blah. And, I mean, while in office, using taxpayer money to fly to Argentina, which of course he paid back, but bottom line, you know, he did that on our dime, and again, the voters still voted for him. That's pretty amazing to me. So, but yeah, I'm gonna stop and get some gas. I'm on my way to my part-time job, 4 people that didn't click confirm. We had to go in and do a special process to submit their vote and all that crap. People are actually getting offended because it's 2 different elections that were going on, one for Democrat, one for Republican, and people didn't want to divulge their what party they were voting for. Like, you don't have a choice here. There's an election for Democrats, a couple questions that needed to be answered, and then a couple, the other one was for Republicans. Again, answering a couple questions that were on the Republican ballot. So, including one question on the Republican ballot, would you want your voter registration card to designate if you're Republican or Democrat? And I'm like, yeah, that's going to open up a can of worms right there. So, yeah. Who was a bonehead that thought that would be a good idea? But, overall, I mean, for my first day, the voter turnout was pretty minimal. So I guess in a way that was good. There was a lot of sitting around, and for the most part, and then scanning. Mostly what we do in South Carolina is scan driver's licenses to make sure you're in the right precinct. And we discovered 3 people that were not in the right precinct. They thought they could just come, they moved, but they didn't update their driver's license. So they're either told to go to their old precinct, which again wouldn't be legit because they no longer live there, or just to fill out a paper ballot and then change of address form and then get everything updated at the DMV, which a lot of people don't want to waste the time to do. I don't blame them. But yeah, it's kind of a neat learning experience. And again, our voter machines are not tied to the internet, so they can't be hacked. But yeah, everything is downloaded, and we're all we do is just we gave it to the manager that was in charge of our polling station, and she delivered them to the town of basically our county courthouse, and that was the end of that. Now it looks like there will be a possible runoff for the Republican side, so if that happens, then I may be working in 2 weeks, so that could be fun. But right now it's all just everything is still being tallied, but the results that I've seen, yeah, it looks like there's probably going to be a runoff for the governor race for South Carolina. So we'll see what happens there. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and get me some gas because I am down to a 1/4 tank. Swing around so I can get out early, or get out actually. So, okay.
Visit your nearest Cracker Barrel location.
Claim state. You wear these moments like a badge of honor.
In a third.
So do we.
30. Yeah, get a receipt, write it off on taxes. All right. Okay, let's see what we got for gas, because I was at a quarter tank. We are now almost full. So this will last me a few days or maybe a couple weeks, who knows. But, yep, so that's my rundown on my first experience with doing the poles. So yeah, well, there's really not much more to talk about other than, yeah, maybe doing this again in a couple weeks. Get some experience, and from what I understand, each time you do this, it's you know, something new crops up. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. So you'll hear my bell dinging, and we'll just wrap it up here. So until the next thrilling video, adios.